something else I wanted to address. But I didn't want to talk about it when we was all in a good mood and talking about OTAs and how great Marshawn Nealon was being, and all the positive stuff, all the great passes Trey Lance was throwing. I didn't want to talk about this then and bring down the mood of the room. Schoonmaker got hurt, y'all. Schoonmaker got hurt. A little hamstring situation, something like that. So we got to talk about Luke Schoonmaker, his injury, and how ridiculously deep this tight end room is.
Hey, Bachi.
Let me take back ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't say ridiculously deep because it ain't like you got Travis Kelce and George Kittle and Jake Ferguson in the same goddamn tight end room. It ain't like ridiculously deep. But I do think that tight end is like a product of how good your quarterback is, right? So if your quarterback is a plum fool with it, then 9 times out of 10, you'll have some pretty good tight end play. Like Dak is elevated, tight ends in his day. I think if Jake Ferguson was playing with Aiden O'Connell or something like that, he wouldn't be as good as we're projecting Jake Ferguson to be. But the fact that he's in his good offense, he's playing with this great quarterback, number 2 in the MVP and all that, I think it's safe to say that, yeah, man, Jake's been elevated by Dak. So what this does now, and we just have this luxury for all the people that want to go and, I don't know, get quarterbacks from other teams, I guess, or, from the streets or the college football land or wherever you want to get a new quarterback from. I think that you're fortunate enough to have a quarterback that can elevate the rest of your roster. I ain't saying that you should be cutting corners or anything like that, but having a 4th round pick in Jake Ferguson plus Dak Prescott, I think you're fine at tight end. Just me saying that. So the Cowboys are going to play much more than 11 personnel. Okay, they're going to play 12 and 13. I saw somebody say something about 14 personnel. You're going to have to show me. I know Kellen Moore did it for like 5 plays. He took like 4 tight ends. It wasn't 14 personnel. It was something different than that. It was like 03 personnel. It was like no running backs. It was 4 receivers. CD was in the backfield or something like that. Maybe Gallup was out there, right? So it was some weird combination like that. But what it did was it just we play with a lot of tight ends. 12 personnel, we just play with a lot of them. Even if we put 3 tight ends out there, we can still do things in the passing game by way of, who our tight ends are, right? So at some point, we're just talking about the depth of the room here. At some point, Peyton Hendershot was a cool tight end too for you. If you've been keeping up with my commentary for the past couple of years, I've been looking for a reason to push Peyton Hendershot off the bridge. Not that I dislike Peyton Hendershot, but it's like when we give you opportunities, I want to see you do something with it. Somebody that shared not doing nothing with your opportunity last year was Luke Schoonmaker, right? So you need multiple tight ends like you need multiple running backs, like you need multiple receivers. Jake Ferguson was your tight end 1. Peyton Hendershot was going to be your tight end 2. John Stevens had a much better camp than Peyton Hendershot did. It's facts. Hold on, my fault, y'all. I got you.
It's fact.
You know what I'm saying? So as your downfield vertical threat tight end, yeah, Peyton Hendershot was getting his job taken. John Stevens tore his ACL. We hear Stephen Jones come out and say, hey, man, he said it. John Stevens was going to make the team. If John Stevens is going to make the team in an attempt to maybe avoid a redundancy or whatever, I saw a place where John Stevens can come on this team and play over Peyton Hendershot. John got hurt. So now you have this Peyton Hendershot Schoonmaker hurdle that we had to get over. Sean McEwen was the guy that was lingering around practice squad, but he's the guy that can stay on practice squad. You know what I mean? He's a cool that's safe there. I don't think your 2nd round pick Schoonmaker is going to be safe on practice squad this year. John Stevens, I don't think teams will take him from you, but I think the Cowboys like him enough to not want to risk him. John Stevens coming back. But last year, Peyton Hendershot got hurt. And my thought process is when you draft a 2nd round tight end, Luke Schoonmaker, you don't really have a bunch of wiggle room to get hurt, but Peyton got hurt. The problem with that is Schoonmaker was hurt. I saw somebody in the chat in the Twitter machine. They was like, well, but Voch, Peyton Hendershot was active for, Schoonmaker was active for all the games last year. He was healthy. Sure. He was healthy in the season. During the season, he was healthy. But you also want to know what he was ineffective. He wasn't good during the season, which is another one of my problems with Schoonmaker, right? When Peyton Hendershot got hurt, I was like, oh boy, the second round pick finna come and take this job. Schoonmaker had no obstacles in his way for 8 to 9 weeks or something like that. Peyton Hendershot came back 4 or 5 weeks. Neither one of them did nothing to elevate themselves in this tight end room. Nothing. Schoonmaker didn't do nothing while Hendershot was gone. Hendershot didn't do nothing while Schoonmaker was bad. Schoonmaker was dropping passes and shit. It was like, all right, man. All right, Hendershot, come on back. We back to you. Hendershot didn't do nothing, right? So there's a lot of bodies in that room. Hendershot is a body that you can rely on because he'll do his job, but it's just people in the room that you would feel is, doing jobs better than Hendershot, right? You would just assume that. Let me get some film ready for y'all while we talking our shit real fast. So Schoonmaker and Peyton Hendershot have done nothing with their opportunities. So let me tell you what the issue is for those characters. John Stevens-Jones, not Jones, he played quarterback in Arkansas. John Stevens Jr., tight end, is going to come in and he may take one of y'all goofy ass jobs and he's not going to give it back. Ex-wide receiver, super athletic. All the coaches and the front office guys have already talked about how good of a red zone target he could be. Humongous. Nobody else got a body type like John Stevens. Peyton Hendershot and Schoonmaker, you guys are on notice. You're on notice. My problem with Schoonmaker also is, and I'm going back to this tweet that I saw. We wrapping up in a bow here. Back to this tweet I saw. But Voch, he played all the games. He played the games, but he wasn't effective. Why wasn't he effective? Because he wasn't around for the learning lessons. He wasn't around for the OTAs. He wasn't around for the rookie minicamp. He wasn't around for training camp because he kept getting hurt. Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said?
That's why they trust Peyton Hendershot. That's why they trust John Stevens Jr., not Jones. He played for Arkansas, quarterback. John Stevens Jr. They trust those guys because they're available in training camp. Schoonmaker get his ass on the field and don't do nothing. He probably don't do nothing because they don't give him a bunch of roles because he don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah, he taking his mental reps, but it's different than being on the field practicing. So right now, same thing happened with Jalen Tolbert. Just in case y'all need some more evidence. Same thing happened with Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert couldn't get on the field, couldn't practice, couldn't OTA, couldn't properly have a full rookie camp thing or whatever. Jalen Tolbert had a setback. Jalen Tolbert gets all those things. He has a much better year than he once did. I just think I think we have enough evidence on this. I think we have enough evidence. Guys get hurt, it impacts their season. Year 2 Schoonmaker. Don't get hurt. We need you around. We need you to be impactful for this season. We try to move on from Hendershot. Sean McEwen gone. Play for somebody else. I just saw it in Tennessee or something, Houston or something, India or something. He ain't in Dallas. So Schoonmaker, we need you, sir. We know you're a second round pick, but you dropped all the passes that we threw at you, sir. You dropped your opportunity. We need you, sir. So the one thing that you're hoping for Luke Schoonmaker is to have a productive, healthy camp where you can come in, get your nuances, so when you get to the season, you'll be good to go. Hurting your hamstring ain't what you need right now. OTAs ain't but 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks, something like that. The hamstring is 4. Yo, Luke, you don't need this. You don't need this. They trust Hendershot. Ferguson's 1. Ferguson's tight end 1. Ain't nothing we do about that. They trust Hendershot. John Stevens is on the way. And look, this ain't me saying that they're going to cut Schoonmaker. I don't think you should cut Schoonmaker. Keep him around. He'll come around at some point. But he's setting himself back with this, right? Schoonmaker's around. But there's one, and everybody's talking about this cat. If you go on Twitter, let's just say you're and I don't want to say casual as like a, Like, it's not an epithet to you or nothing like that. I'm not like, if you're a casual fan, I'm not saying nothing bad about you. It's just some people tune in for the regular season and like they be gone. You know what I mean? So look, some of y'all miss shows. It is what it is, right? But if you go on Twitter and you see a lot of people reacting to the news about Luke saying, oh, Luke's hurt, what you're going to see a lot of is people. So when you go to Twitter, some you're going to see a whole bunch of is people talking about Brevyn Spann-Ford, BSF. They're going to be talking about this character because he is a very exciting rookie prospect that I feel like can come in and help your Dallas Cowboys right now. And not only do I think he can come in and help your Dallas Cowboys right now, but I think he can help you directly in the areas that Luke Schoonmaker might be missing. Damn, boy, we just want you, whether it be blocking, help blocking, one-on-one versus D-ends, punishing DBs, yak guy, catching a daggum football with an extended catch radius, nastiness, everything that you wanted from Luke Schoonmaker. If you watch Brevyn Spann-Ford's college film, it's what you see. It's what you see and it's what you get. It's what you see and it's what you get. There's no way you can't be excited when you watch Brevyn Spann-Ford's film. Cowboys already said, that they had a draftable grade on him. If you look at the Lunda Wells interview or whatever, he kind of mentioned it. Brevyn Spann-Ford, 270 pounds, man. Ain't no cornerbacks just tackling him. All these dudes in the room. And Luke Schoonmaker's hurt guy. The one thing that you don't want to be when you're in a room full of dudes that are here to compete, that are here to take your job, that the coaches trust, and the coach got high upside for a lot of them. The one and one is an emerging superstar. Jake's on his way. The one thing that you don't want to be in that room is a hurt guy. And man, Luke just keep on being that dude in the room. All right, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I'm gonna let y'all get some lunch or some breakfast or some dinner whenever I drop this. But Luke Schoonmaker's hurt. It is what it is. I probably drop a film session on the other undrafted tight end, Alex Holla, and we'll tap in with him. All right, y'all hold down for the Doski Wilson, man. Until next time, love you.